What is going on, guys? JigsawFlex here, back again with a brand new video of mine, and finally, it took me forever to get that. Let's go! To switch things up, I am standing up for today's video, so there won't be a microphone next to me this time around, so it will be my camera's audio quality. So sorry if it sounds a little different until I can get a shotgun mic and a new DSLR with an audio jack. We would just have to bear with like these type of videos, at least when I'm standing up like this. So here is my top 10 games, right? Top 10 games from my childhood that has truly shaped the person I am today. Shockingly, like, I'm just surprised just how far video games can come for a person. Like, you just learn so many things. It can bring people together. It just can do so many different things, like, for other people. It's just crazy. So I really want to share you guys these games, and I hope there's games that you guys had when you were a child that probably had the same type of impact on you. So basically, if you do enjoy today's video and want to see more like these in the future, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Nintendo-like content in the future, and also because of that. So this happened when I was like around first grade. I was really into Cartoon Network, Nicktoons, yada yada yada, you know, like stereotypical boy stuff that they like watching, you know, like SpongeBob and all that stuff. So I went on Cartoon Network though, and I experienced the fact that there are games I can play on there. I remember watching an advertisement on Cartoon Network saying that there's really cool games that you could try out and your parents can log you in through AOL and stuff like that. And one game that really perked my interest was Teen Titans Battle Blitz. If you guys remember, if you remember it, I hope you guys remember it. For those that are around my age, it was an awesome game at the time. Like, even though it was probably like really crappy and it's just very one-sided, you could probably like spam Starfires like literally fire at the enemy or something and just win. It was still great at the time. It was just so cool that you were able to play as the Teen Titans characters, beat these villains, and it's just like a round by round type of basis, and it's just entertaining. At the time, it was just entertaining to me. It made me open doors to the Ed and Eddie, like I don't know what it exactly was. It was just like kind of like Mario Kart with a balloon battle type of technique, but like stuff like that. Teen Titans Battle Blitz was just so fun that basically it just made me go say, hey, try out other Flash games in the future, and it probably will be entertaining. It did what it did. It was awesome at the time, and basically nowadays I play some PC games time to time, and I never neglect PC at all. Like console, PC, whatever your preference is, it's great. Even though it's a Flash game, it's still a game. It was worthwhile at the time, and it probably still is. I would probably still be giddy if I still played it today if it was up. So Teen Titans Battle Blitz, really awesome game, and it just really taught me to appreciate games that are on your computer. If there was one game that I could choose from the mini clip library, it would be Fancy Pants Adventures. That was a game that I actually played during my early middle school years when we had like a few computer classes that we had to take, and I remember sitting next to one of my best friends, Kieran, and we had to make this, it's funny, like this website, and I made a video game website based off like reviews of games that I've played, and I remember doing a review of Fancy Pants Adventures, and I was like saying like it was the best game in the world. And at the time, it was amazing. It was one of my first platform games I've ever played as a Flash game on your browser, and it was a full game too. Like, I think that was the full game that actually lasted me at least 3 hours of my time. I even remember going home from school and keep playing it again because I wanted to beat the game fully. Fancy Pants Adventures had like a lot of dialogue too, you know, like it was funny, it was humorous at the time. It probably is geared to kids, so probably if you were to play it now, it wouldn't be as funny, but you know, it helped me with my reading skills a little bit. It was just awesome. It made me like kind of strategize what I wanted to do, make these certain jumps, these wall jumps, jumping over enemies. It was just pretty open of a game. It's more open than just jumping on just like normal platforms like on the ground. I remember there was like a tree segment, there was a boss and everything. It was just really cool, really creative, and at the time it was just something I played during my few hours at school that was free, like during the lunch hour and like computer classes, stuff like that. But yeah, Fancy Pants Adventures, really cool of a game. It wasn't anything like spectacular, but it was something that really blew my mind because it was my first ever full game on Flash. Yeah. Oh yeah. I am definitely including this game on the list. Super Mario Galaxy, but only Super Mario Galaxy 1. Super Mario Galaxy 1 had more of an impact to me than Super Mario Galaxy 2. I remember, here's a little backstory. I remember when I was at GameStop and trying out this game. This game was like revolutionary at the time, guys. Like, you guys have to agree, it was revolutionary. Like, I'm not sure if I like this or Sunshine better. I feel like I like Sunshine a little bit more just because it was something I played when I was younger. But I really had so much fun playing this. Like I said, it's revolutionary. Motion controls made me appreciate more of games that have to do with motion. I know a lot of people hate motion in general, but I think it's just so innovative. Like, you can use it for, like, let's say Tearaway for PS Vita, even though like everyone hates the PS Vita and it has no games, but Tearaway, like, to me, like, it's just so fun. Like, it just made me appreciate games that deal with motion. And it was also like an adventure game that I was just really hooked onto. You know, the gravity is just really cool. It's different of a Mario game than like the rest, so I gotta give it for that. I remember specifically freaking playing that game for 3 hours. I remember there was one kid coming in during my 45-minute mark, and he was like, oh, there's a kid playing there, I'll let him play. Because he really wanted to play, but I was just like in my head, nah dude, I'm playing this, I'm gonna like get as far as I can before we leave. I remember my parents finally picking me up because they knew I was still over there. And the same kid came back and he was like, damn, this kid's gonna beat this game. I'm like, hell yeah. And once I got a Wii, one of my first games, Super Mario Galaxy. So it's more of a nostalgic type of game too, I guess, in a way. Like I said, it let me appreciate games with more motion controls. It was cool that there was the nunchuck and the Wiimote. Awesome of a game. It just really cool, and it just made me explore more of what Mario has to entail with puzzles and collecting star bits. Super Mario Galaxy, one of my top 10 games that have truly shaped the person I am today. So you know when I mentioned SpongeBob earlier, it's kind of funny, because I'm mentioning a SpongeBob game right now. Battle for Bikini Bottom. This is the GameCube version, but actually, surprisingly, I didn't have it back when I was a child. Literally, dude, like, I was playing on PC. I got it through this like Scholastic, I think it was called Scholastic, right? Playing this on PC was actually pretty stressful, not gonna lie. It was stressful, but it was fun. It had all sorts of games in here, and the main story is really like consisted a lot of video games in there, or like mini games. What am I saying? Video games in video games? Doesn't make any sense. Video games with mini games, and what it was is like, it just entailed a lot of memorization skills, taught me a lot of patience, definitely patience. I remember this one mini game where you had to like climb, like SpongeBob himself, he had to like keep climbing up like these rocks or whatever by the jellyfish like area or whatever, and he had to just keep jumping up until he reached the top. I don't remember what was the cause or the reward, but I just remember really frustrated, have to wait for platforms and everything, and let me just say the controls were super bad at the time, but like it at least taught me how to be patient in my life. Like, so many times where I have to come with my mom and like buy things with her, and I just have to be there to be like an escort or someone that just has to be there, and it sucks. I know some of you probably have, like, you know what I'm talking about, when your mom just drags you to things, and like this was like the key. This taught me to be patient for my mom. Fun fact, guys, I used to be really bad at math. In first grade, my teacher would always call on me because she knew I didn't know how to do math for crap. And like, she just wanted, I don't know if she did it for fun or she just wanted to do that to make me think, but like, it was just more embarrassing than anything. And like, the reason why I show these games is because Mario Party deals with math. Not for like, yeah, it does, I know. So this is more of a game that has taught me how to deal with math in my life. Just gonna show you guys Mario Party 3 because the Mario Party 1 sticker is actually falling apart, so this is actually better to see right now. But Mario Party in general, I remember this one day, my teacher called on me again, and it was actually a subtraction problem. She was asking me out of nowhere, saying, hey Kirk, do you know what 21 minus 3 is? And I think it was the same day, I don't remember. Because I remember my parents used to letting me play video games before school started for maybe about 10 minutes before we had to go. Like, I'd be ready, my parents are not ready, so I'd be able to hop on Mario Party and be able to play like a turn or two before we had to go to school. I think I remember it was like in Luigi's engine room, and I think I was the one that landed on Red or Yoshi, I don't remember. And I was always fascinated by, you know, the little player cards, and then when it turns red, you lose 3 coins. So I literally applied that in my head, right? 21 minus 3, I was thinking, huh, I've seen that so many times, especially probably that same day I saw a 21, and I remember making it 18 when he, Yoshi or whoever, landed on the red. So I said 18, and that was the first time ever that I actually said a right answer, and my teacher was proud, and I'm pretty sure my classmates were like, yay, I actually knew something, woo, woo. Mario Party 3 did teach me a lot about the mini games back in the day though, so it was pretty, not mini games, the items, because the items was a big factor, and there was 15s in it, 20s, and then like booze, like freaking like stealing coins and like adding coins to the other person. So I did pay attention to that a lot when I was younger, so yeah, I take this game to heart a lot. If you guys know me in real life, you know that I am a very competitive person. I necessarily don't play sports. I have in the past, but like whatever it was at the time, I'd always be super competitive and try my best. Like if there was a new sport like soccer, I remember the time I didn't know anything about it, but I wanted to get better, so I played with my friend all the time and got better just to be good at it. That's the case for me with this game, Mario Hoops 3-on-3. I said earlier that I was like kind of sick of Knockout back in like middle school, but like literally this is something I still like when I was like maybe in 3rd grade. This game freaking got all of us heated on the bus ride going home. I remember like a lot of people having this game. Like Brett, if you're watching this, remember the days playing Mario Hoops 3-on-3. I don't know if you remember this, but we used to play all the time via download play. Remember that? And then we would play against each other, some exhibition. This was like super fun. Like this was super fun. This just basically taught me how to play with others. Like really, like even though it was just us talking trash in the school bus going home, it was still like a bond, you know? You share a bond with people playing games with them, and this was just something you can take on the go during the time you're not in class. So it was really fun. I had countless hours. I remember picking up my cousin from the Philippines, literally playing this game on Junior Street with Waluigi and Bowser Jr. in my team, and Diddy Kong. So to sum things up, the game really just taught me more of social skills, being able to play games with other friends of mine that I have on the bus, or even during recess where we were able to actually bring my DS and play this type of game. This is a game that we played a lot for that year. I know a lot of people played more Pokemon at the time, but this was something I brought more at school. I played this for a good maybe 2 years straight. I remember like showing people, like, look, I have over 800 points. I'm like, no way you have 800 points. In regular basketball, it's like about like 80 to like 120 or something like that. And I used to like boost my self-esteem saying, yeah, I just score a lot. I'm not a big movie game person, but this game I did not own at the time. I actually just bought this for $5 recently because I want to show you guys the cover. Madagascar, the game. As you could tell, it is based off of the first game. It does have story mode, so you can play as Alex, Marty, and all the other characters. But I played this actually at my neighbor's house, right? My neighbor's house had a PS2 at the time. I never had it, so I always go to their house to play a PS2 with them. This is something that brought us together though, because Ratchet & Clank only had this 2-player mode. This one at least had this actually can fit 4 people. Now I know the PS2 only has 2 slots. You can share 1 controller, right? In Tiki Mini Golf. Yeah, Tiki Mini Golf was the thing that brought us together. We had a party. I remember one day, me and my friends had a party at this one person's house, and we played this. We literally played this for like 2 or 3 hours. We were doing this, eating popcorn and pizza, and it was just so cool seeing people mess up, like mess up, and then we would always make like dares for the person that got last place. So it just met a lot of memories with friends playing in between the time we played, like let's say Harry Potter Seen It. I remember we did that during the time too. It was just like one of those party games, you know. It's like not Mario Party, but it's just one of those party games you can like enjoy. You know, it doesn't say in the back, but you know, like just you could just look at it and you could just think like Tiki Mini Golf, Shuffleboard, all those type of games. It's a game that can bring people together. It does have like a 71 or something in Metacritic. Not too bad of a game. I wouldn't recommend it, playing it now, but hey, during that time, it was something great. You shared a special bond with your friends, and I wouldn't replace it with any other. It was just really cool. So in the future, like, I had more games that had actually like certain stuff like this, like Mario Golf, Mario Baseball, and I did actually invite some friends over during my birthday playing Mario Superstar Baseball, and we bonded with that just as much. Crash Bandicoot. This is a PS4, obviously, game, but this is a remake from the first, second, and third one, which was Warped, I think. Crash Bandicoot Warped. I played Warped the most, but I did have the 3-pack, so like imagine this. It's like really thin, being one disc with the one box, and then having another layer and another layer. I had that package. I first played in the Philippines, and it was so fun. I played in black and white. This was true platforming for me. True platforming before I even got into Mario. I didn't have a PS1 at the time, so I played at like my cousin's house when we were there in Manila or something, and literally it was so fun because one, it was hard. I wanted to play games that were hard at the time, and I needed someone to teach me too at some point because I couldn't beat this level. So I played this with a D-pad, dude. D-pad. Imagine playing this in the D-pad with like the Z, like it's just not the X, you're going through the X-axis. You literally have open space on the Z-axis as well. So using the D-pad, lots of hard platforming, jumping on boxes and making sure you don't fall in the freaking pits. Like this was a fun time. Like it was rough, but it was fun. The characters were goofy. I really liked the animations of when Crash did actually fall. So really fun of a game. I would not replace it with any other like platformer game. I'm really happy for where it stands today. So Crash Bandicoot in general, I want to say Warped more, but all 3 games have truly like made this awesome impact that now I can play more platforming games and just pick it up and just be at least naturally like decent at it already. So shout out to Crash, he's the man. Pokemon. I was really late to the party. My first ever Pokemon game was actually Pokemon Emerald, but if you guys actually watched my fake Nintendo Game Boy games, I actually did talk about how my copy was a bootleg, but I did play like a lot of hours of it. It was my first Pokemon game. It was revolutionary also to me. Just the idea of now, like I mentioned before with Mario Galaxy with colors, playing a Pokemon game with color, because I remember watching my friend play normal red on his Game Boy, his standard Game Boy back in kindergarten, and like it was just cool to the fact that it just looks more colorful now on like a Game Boy Advance, and now that I have an SP, I'm able to play more Pokemon retro games that I can get like on eBay or whatever. But in general, Pokemon was just something I really enjoyed. It really made me like strategy games a little bit more and RPGs. It was, I guess you would say, my first RPG game because, well, for one, I didn't realize that using like potions and other things like really help like make your Pokemon game a little bit better. You know, at least to me, that's how I think of Pokemon, like not just by spamming like Earthquake or something. I would like to say Pokemon Emerald is my favorite game, but I do like Black a lot because of the Unova region. It's pretty unique. There's no like other Pokemon there. It's just 5th gen. As you can tell from these, I am now a bigger Pokemon fan. Got Pokemon Sun, Y, even like Soul Silver my friend gave me because I never experienced Gen 2. But if we want to go back in time a little bit, Pokemon Coliseum was a game I played a lot with my friends. I used to be babysat until 4th grade, and in 4th grade I actually played a lot of Coliseum itself. Like it truly speaks for me because it was cool, because like I said, Mario Hoops 3-on-3 made me more of a competitive person, and the fact that Pokemon brought me more of its strategy, more of this RPG type of feeling, it was just great being able to battle 2v2 against my friend, or just 2v2 with 4 different people. So it was just awesome at the time. This was also a really fun game that I played. In general, Pokemon is just fits in this top 2. I play a lot of strategy games today, like Fire Emblem, and even the new Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Not a lot of people like the game, but hey, I like it a lot, and it has to do a lot with Pokemon. I would not be literally recording this right now without these games. These games made me create my YouTube channel, or made me like, not exactly create it, I wouldn't say, because I did watch like walkthroughs at the time, but it made me pursue on like becoming part of a community and like finding people that like the same games as me, and that is freaking Mario Kart Wii in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I know these are like Wii games and stuff, but like in general I did grow up more on the Wii and GameCube era because I was around like 12 or 13 at the time, so that's when I actually really started getting into games where my parents want me to actually find a hobby. So this was a hobby I chose as one of them, and Mario Kart Wii specifically, I almost brought the wrong game. Specifically, Mario Kart Wii is the reason why I know a lot of my friends stay on Discord. They are one of my favorite, best friends today. For Mario Kart Wii, I met my friend Chris, right? And it's because of this game. I was playing with my Wii one day. If you guys remember him, he did a lot of Mario Kart Wii Wi-Fi races, and I was just really addicted to this game. I even was in the freaking clan in 7th grade called Zio. That's how like much I took the game to like the second like full like extent to it. So I met Chris through like a video response. He put a video response to like one of his episodes of the Mario Kart Wii Wi-Fi races, and so like I started chatting with him a little bit in the comments section of your channel, and like it was like, cool, you play some Mario Kart, we should like add each other. And then like it became a thing with Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I played it like one time all summer long. I met some really cool people, and then like I said, it did more interaction for me, more social impact on my life in general. Like it was great that I was able to show people that I do like this game, and I like this game a lot too on the internet, and that's what really made me pursue on like doing more YouTube, interacting with more people on YouTube, and now I'm trying, at least for me, trying to make YouTube at least a part-time job with me. It would be awesome to do that, and like without these games today, I probably wouldn't go through. I probably only have a YouTube channel for just like favoriting or liking videos, and like even though it didn't really make me start making videos like these, it helped me like just start my channel and do stuff, because when I meet more people, I get more of an influence, and I meet more people that like different games, and that just opens more opportunities, more doors for like just this whole video game community on YouTube, or just in general on the internet. So yeah, Mario Kart Wii and Super Smash Bros. Brawl, like they had their fair share, unbelievable games, still fun today. I even still play Mario Kart today. Mario Kart 64, it was actually my first ever video game. So it's kind of funny how Mario Kart in general is just a big game, or just a big thing in general that's part of me. It's just really part of me. I cannot let go of Mario Kart ever in my life. So yeah, I just can't say anymore. It's just, this is where I am today. These two games, it's crazy. This is what shapes me the most. It's awesome. In the end, I kind of just wanted to summarize these games for y'all, because they just truly have given me like some life experiences. It really has enhanced my knowledge to play certain games and all that stuff. Like, it's just incredible how games can even like influence you in like any way possible. It doesn't even have to be educational. It could be just something that just brings people together. It could be something that you can learn from it, like let's say a character that you really like in the game. If you're playing like an adventure game that has some backstory, you could learn from them. Like, it's just so cool how games in general can give you an impact in your life, and that's just really what I wanted to share you guys today. Like a really fun video, a little bit about my life and with games in general, and I really hope there weren't too many Mario games on the list. Like I said, I played a lot of Mario games when I was younger, so maybe there'll be a separate video on why I do like Mario games in hopefully in the future, and maybe if I have a better mic for that, that'd be even better too. So thank you guys so much for watching. Super Smash Bros. That like button, and be sure to subscribe for more stuff in the future. So I've been JigsawFlex, signing off now, and I'll see you guys in the next one.